Well, welcome on in. We are going to be doing Star Wars The Old Republic MMO today. And then later on tonight, maybe I'll switch it over to KOTOR. It's really funny. I did some analytics just to kind of compare since I've been doing pretty regular streams of both. And my KOTOR audience is a late night audience, and my MMO audience is a daytime audience. I've streamed at all different times, so I know that's not just because that's when I stream those. So I found that kind of interesting. So if there's a preference or a time that you would prefer to see some of these live, great. But of course on YouTube, I will have these VODs, and I do go back and edit out the breaks and other distractions. So without further ado, let's kind of get into this. Let me turn on the game sounds, and I'm going to use my camera today. Let's go over here. Lost my camera. There it is. Time to get in my gamer mindset. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some Old Republic today. Gonna continue the Sentinel, and we're on Hoth. We're on Hoth. I love Hoth. In and itself, if you do all the side stories and all the other things, you're kind of in that middle zone typically when you're at this planet. Late 30s, I believe, maybe early 40s is when you get out. And like I said before, back in the day when you had to grind out these levels, it took every quest on the entire planet to get you to that lower 40. So that's why it's so big and why there's so much to do on these planets here. And they did a good job of mixing it up in the story, because some planets like Wesh, you don't do much there, but it's kind of a nice little break of the monotony of all the different larger planets you'll be going to just to kind of grind out your levels. But that's okay. For our purposes, we're able to focus on the story. We're really amping up our levels. I mean, I think I'm over leveled at the moment. I'm 52. So 10 levels over, but it's still, in the current model, it brings you to everybody else's level. So if your gear isn't good, you're still going to struggle. So we might need to upgrade some gear before too long. But a lot of times what I'll do off stream is do some of the heroics for the planets I just left, and that way I can get some of that gear to kind of go to the next area. I didn't do that, so we're kind of just going to have what we have today. But anyway, without further ado, let's kind of get into the Sentinel playthrough. And like I said, I think we did leave off on Hoth, so okay, so we are on Hoth, yes. And I have no idea where to go next. Go to the transponder. Get to the transponder. Okay. And Nadia should be with us, but I guess she's not available just yet. I don't know. Let's see. As I mentioned before, there's all these other heroics we could do. There's so many on this planet. In fact, let's pick up what we can. Sure. All these, because they act as fast travel routes. So if there's a quest that's way on the other side and we don't have the quick travel just yet, we can sometimes do a fast travel with our heroic. Let's see here. What? Complete Hoth mission. Oh, it always does this. It always blinks like it's ready to turn in, and it's just the where you would turn. Well, I don't think you have to turn them in anymore. I think it just automatically gives it to you, but you used to have to turn that in. Yes, look at this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All this snow everywhere, and like I said, I would not be opposed to a survival mode version of this, where you had to put on a certain type of outfit to survive the elements. And maybe it's not the best outfit, you know, But with the transmog, it doesn't matter anymore. But I wouldn't have been afraid of that. That would have been nice. Okay, so you see, there's a heroic over here, but it's kind of off the beaten path. So, since we're going right here, this one's actually pretty close. Which one's this? Dadgummit. The Baladur slaver camps. Which one's that? Oh, the humanitarian aid.
We're under attack! Repel the imps!
Release the Ortolan slaves. Requires level 52. Gonna have 16 hours to do this. I think it's just level, just based on your level. We can try to do this one real quick. It's just releasing slaves. Watch, I say that, it's going to be like, go over here, go over there, go over this way, go over that way. But that's okay. And again, oh, yeah. See, this is sometimes what you get afraid of. You get pinned in. So the heroic is also just getting in here sometimes. And we got to go over here. It's not very far away, so that's what I was saying. We didn't have to travel all the distance in between. We could just do this. We could also just leave and take the shortcut to the story portion that we need. All right, well, here we go. Let's do this.
There must be a weakness. That's quite enough of that.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I had a distraction. A CC. I always forget. At least they're not using special moves. Oh, he was a strong. I should have finished him off first. There was a guy patrolling here. I should wait for him. Looks like he's kind of far off, though. Oh, come on. See, I need to go in there trying to distract him first with the CC, not the other way around. I can't rely on Theron to do the right one. There we go. Bring him back this way so we don't aggro nobody. Not why I did that. Also, with your companion, kind of a good idea if there's any AoE that you know of to get rid of that. Oh, his little guy, or Ortolans. That's right. That's their little Ortolans. That's the little keyboard player in the Jabba's Cantina. So we're gonna do this. Because even though you deploy the CC, if he throws out an AoE, it just doesn't, makes everything not work. It takes him out of the CC. But I'm so used to kind of just doing the story missions that I haven't really focused on, you know, the tactics. Oh, we need to put on our XP. Haven't done that. Oh my goodness. Just making life hard for ourselves. That's what I thought. I knew there was a patrol was around here somewhere. There we go. I did turn the music way down, and the last stream by YouTube didn't get copywritten. Again, they're not copyright strikes. It's not the same thing. They were just unable to be monetized. But the volume I have it now, apparently it's acceptable. I mean, I kind of like these. These are kind of easy enough. You just go in, kill the mobs, and...
Really, you haven't heard of us?
Free the slaves. That's it. I mean, there could be a bonus at the end of it, or saying, you know, go destroy the general or something. But that's why I like these heroics. They're pretty cut and dry mostly. Okay, we got 11 down just in time to get this patrol. Nice. Don't. I was trying to draw him backwards, but he used his CC right there. And now we're going to have a cooldown on it. Could have him shoot at him, but yeah.
Coming.
I need you to come this way, Theron. Okay. Just didn't want to aggro anybody else out there, because there's that group up there that has 2 strongs and 1 elite. It's always possible you could accidentally aggro one of them. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, I didn't even free him. Okay. Let's focus on clearing out the room. Okay. 3 strongs. This should be very doable.
Just as I... That's quite enough of that.
That was tougher than I thought it was going to be. We're going to have to do that one with, same thing with an elite this time. Let's see if there's any way to CC him longer. Let's turn this off. The CC. And then what we're gonna do is shoot at this one. What the hell? Sometimes my camera would just do that, just randomly. Come here, Theron.
Isn't your day?
Okay. Nice. We only need one more now. I'm more focused on getting these guys than the prisoners. That's on me. All right. But yeah, what I did is I had him attack and then made him passive, and I turned off his CC so he wouldn't use it. And then when he got closer, I used it specifically on the elite, and then I just focused on the strongs. Once they were down, then he was easy. So not much tactics for this type of game, but when you're playing pure melee, you have to kind of be a little bit tricky with it. Shoot. Need him back on me so Theron can heal me. Okay. Nice. We're almost there. Yeah, I gave one of my bots, I have two bots, I gave one of them a sub because it wasn't calling booty bot. And it's supposed to. Booty bot is my main bot. I can't do it for YouTube, but it is there for Twitch, so actually, come over here. Come over here. I was trying to do something tricky there, and instead I made it worse. Oh, Theron's not, he's on passive. I didn't turn him passive, I just said don't use the CC. That was close. Hopefully we don't get relics as our reward. I need some kind of like gear. See, it's waste to use it on a 1v1, the CC. Okay, we're getting warmed up. Once we do this, we can really focus on the story. So, there we go. But yeah, having tons of fun coming back to the Star Wars stuff. It's not my main, I mean, but it could be. I mean, very easily could be. As far as sci-fi things go, sci-fi universes, Dune is my favorite. It's from a real world love of those universes. I love Dune. And then it's Star Wars after that. But Star Wars is so much more fleshed out. There's so much more content, obviously, that it's really hard to sell Dune because most people are just not familiar with it. Maybe the movies. I mean, I like Frank Herbert. I love his style of writing, but it just captivated me with the story, and once you know what it's saying and how the world was created, how this is thousands and thousands of years in the future, and humanity has looked inward to try to resolve all the issues that it has to become a better species, a better group of people. But you always have people manipulating other people, other groups manipulating other groups. And there's no real aliens per se, not sentient aliens that, you know, are other factions. You have alien species like flying creatures, terrestrial creatures, but none that are fighting you. And maybe that's just the world that we live in. You know, there's tons of life out there, but not very many of them are sentient enough to have those same issues that we have, to where it becomes an issue where we're always fighting the galaxy at large. It's not how he portrayed it. He says, we have enough to fight for ourselves, you know? And he's not wrong. We could be very wrong in that perspective, but the point of view here is that what makes it interesting is sometimes it's not always the fight against like our unknown enemies out there in the world. It's ourselves and our human nature, and he really exploits that to an nth degree. And so that's what I love about Dune, is that it's always interesting because the groups that you're facing in this science fiction world are humans, and for a good reason. They've all focused in different ways. They've all have different priorities. It just makes sense to me. So I've always loved Dune. I got into Dune originally with my dad. We have back in the day, I'm a little bit older, okay? But we had a VHS player, and in the VHS player we had not very many movies. Movies were very expensive. You couldn't just, you know, this is before Blockbuster, before, I mean, there were places that would rent it to you, but I mean, there were always, it was a small selection coupled with always being rented out if something was good, right? If there was a really good movie that came out that a lot of people wanted to see, you might have 4 or 5 copies on the shelves, and they were always rented out. And so it wasn't until groups like Blockbuster, which that's what made them big, is that they were able to say, hey, here's a whole bunch of movies. Here's like 20, 30, 40 of the same title. Plenty for everybody to get. And so that's how they became lucrative originally. The availability, the accessibility of all those different movies. And then they would go back and sell them, which didn't contribute necessarily directly to everything being cheaper to get from VHS. It just, things became cheaper at that point. But if you bought a movie back in the day, it was expensive, like really expensive. VHS.
That's quite enough of that.
Anyway, he got Dune for the VHS movie, and he was just so fascinated with the cover and just kind of like what the story was trying to say. For a person who wasn't always creative, and I don't say that in a mean way, he was very factual, he was very analytical, he loves stories. He loves storytelling, but he wasn't really particularly good at it. So he loved to engage with it in those forms of media when he could. And you know, he hung out with my uncle a lot, his brother. They were very close. They had similar occupations at one point, where they worked for the federal government, but inspecting ranches and farms and things for qualitative development of outstanding loans. And they spent a lot of time together, you know, just talking about stuff. And my uncle was a blues musician. He had been for years. He used to play at Stubbs a lot in Austin, Texas. Same nights with Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I grew up with that too, because he was in the same small town that I grew up in with my grandparents and my parents. And so he was there too. So, you know, it's one of those things that I got to see it all the time. The creativity coming from somebody who's in that type of world was just really overflowing, because there was no filter. You know, it wasn't like you were doing things because it was cool or because of whatever. They did it because they genuinely loved that stuff. And this guy's going to be a nightmare. Okay. I'm glad I cleared out most of the room. Is he constantly healing? What's going on here? Anyway, we'll get him down before too long. I'm gonna have to use my stacks more often. Okay. Yeah, this guy's no joke. I must not be very geared for equipped for him. God damn it. I hate it when they hit me back like that. I'm gonna do it like this. This is gonna take forever. Anyway, my dad found that movie and he bought it, and my mom was not happy. What the hell? He kicked me out of the instance. That's how bad this was. Oh, come on. It's all the little Ortola. They're like, get me the hell out of here. This is a nightmare. I need to free one more of those guys. I was just going to clear him because he was in the way. But champion. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I had it under control. I mean, he's a champion though, but from my experience, these champions haven't been dropping the best of gear. So how about this? How about we just clear this room and then we'll try him one more time when we're done with the quest. Anyway, he bought Dune, the one from the 80s, and he just really enjoyed it. He loved it, and it was so weird to me, and I thought, okay, I'm good with weird. You know, kids in the 80s, the early 80s, late 70s, we grew up with some really, really weird media, and that was very normal for Jim Henson to pull out the Dark Crystal. It's like in hindsight, it was like, wow, I can't believe Disney allowed that or whatever. And that was we expected stuff like that all the time in that period, just because it was weird. It didn't make it actually weird to us. We were very used to the extreme nature of some of the stories that were being told to us. I mean, that's when you have things like Transformers and stuff today that seems like normal, but back then it was just so different, so unique, and all these different groups were trying to top each other. You know, with the period of Transformers, we had GoBots, and we had, you know, G.I. Joe, and we had Robotech. I loved Robotech. But they were all versions of kind of a theme, but they were so different in what they were trying to tell. The fact that you had like car animated bots and things like that wasn't necessarily new, but the messages for each one of them was very different. Robotech was very much this futuristic.
If you hadn't done anything, the SWTOR would have carried on until they wiped out the entire Ortolan population. Your colonies are small and gentle.
This futuristic world where it's very militarized, actually, but we have to be militarized because of the aliens are they have such superior technology. So it was like, okay, and it was just people. I mean, were dying, you know, and this was like an anime, a kid's anime, but yeah, people were, you know, lead characters were dying, you know. It was, I thought of it like more of a soap opera thing, but it was a very serious one, you know. So I loved Robotech. There's a lot of information that came out afterwards that it wasn't really the thing that they wanted it to be, and they thought it was just way too much for kids during that time period. Turns out it was just perfect. It was perfect for us. But yeah. Scattered Knight, how you doing? Welcome on in. I'm trying to juggle multiple chats and stuff, so but yeah, my dad bought Dune, and that movie just like, I was like, this is a fantastic movie. I watched that over and over. He didn't watch it after a while. He's like, okay, he moved on, but I just got stuck on it. And then my one of my good friends, he was about 3 years older than me. His dad he was a prolific reader, just read everything. He was an ex-con. He was a character, you know. He was but he was smart. He was extremely smart, you know. Back in the day, you know, in the early 80s, you know, he was just like tattooed up. He had the big biker mustache, and you know, he came from Southern California. He was Hispanic. So he was he was living the whole, you know, the look. He was living up to the look, let me just put it that way. But he was so smart, and he would have all these books, and I would look at his library there because I read a lot, and he had Dune. I was like, wait a minute, that's from that movie I saw. And sure enough, I just, you know, he's like, hey, you know, you ought to check that out. It's a pretty good book. And he's like, I don't really know if that's really your kind of thing. Cause so growing up in the early 80s, I wasn't a bad kid at all. I was always an honor roll student, but I was also an athlete, you know? And, so I had my hands kind of everywhere, and I was constantly reading. So, I said, I don't know, give it a shot. So he let me borrow it. It was just amazing. It was the best science fiction world for me ever. And like I said, I have nothing against Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but it's a very distant second to Dune. But we're gonna give this dude a chance, another go. I'm gonna start this. This is a cooldown of 3 minutes. I wonder how long it's gonna actually take us. I just don't like him kicking me back, so that's why I'm up here. Yeah, but I can deal with that. I just don't like it. Whoa, 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 whoa. How's he hurting me? What's going on? Is my guy not healing me? Where is my guy? Now, I should be able to get this guy. He's a champion. Maybe my gear just is that bad. Well, I'm glad I did at least the one heroic. Yeah, my gear must be really bad. Oh shit. Right upon me. Now see, the thing is, well, the first time I faced him, I got him to like about halfway. Theron is also not super leveled to my affinity score, so that may be affecting it a little bit too. So I'm not gonna mess with it. He's probably only gonna drop like at best like a purple crafting item or something. So But yeah, well, if you get into one of my streams, I'm going to go off on tangents from time to time, especially when I'm not doing story stuff. So just, I apologize in advance. Won't happen nearly as much on the KOTOR because it's all story. But this one, there's a lot of break in between. Let's see what we got, though. This is going to be companion gifts. I need to work on getting him some stuff, so let's see. He really likes the polished carapace. That's pretty good. I wouldn't have thought that. Give him that. Kizan probably would like these two, and maybe this egg. Oh wow, we got a lot of stuff. Wow. Okay, so this is a 148, so huge upgrade. I should have been doing those heroics offline before coming here. I'm not going to put this on just yet because even though it's better, it doesn't have the crystal or anything, and I have to move everything out. So let me just do these first. Wow, huge upgrade. Okay, so we want to go here to see which one is worse. 2 implants. The Corellium Pummelers package, they both say the same thing. One is 124. Which one's 124? This one's 124. Okay. Okay, I'm going to send Theron to go sell my junk real quick. I don't have that much, though. I didn't know they were going to give me this much loot. Man, all of it was good. So this one right here, hold on. Yeah. Here. Oh. Cannot. Oh, okay. Hold on. So I'm going to put this over here. I mean, this is probably a mistake. I should probably just put new mods in here, but I definitely want to keep the crystal. The transmogging has been weird for me in this game because oh, never mind. That's why I did that. I see. Well, how come? No, this one's... That's what I did. I accidentally unmodded the wrong thing. Great. Good job. Okay. So I just needed to swap out the offhand. Yeah. So I need to upgrade the mods for my Redeemer Starforged lightsaber. I really like this one. That's this one right here. Anything Starforged that's a drop, that came out during the when they had the dread seeds that you could get. Everything was Starforged this, Starforged that. I thought that was one of the best looking item sets that you could get, regardless of what character it was. Bounty hunter, agent, Jedi, Sith, everything that was Starforged looked great, especially the shooters, the bounty hunters, and the Han Solo types. What are they called? All of them had guns and other things that were just looked amazing. So let's get on over here. We got to go to our right. Keep moving to our right. I think I know exactly where this is. I think this is down below in the cavern. Oh, look at there. Another champion. Worthy Jagannath target. Damn it. I really wish I had confidence that I could do that. Wow, big difference.
That's quite enough of that.
There we go. Yeah, we're down in this cavern thing. So this could have been, this might be a mistake where even though I came here to fast travel, because I didn't have the fast travel point, I think I may have to travel out and up and over. This could be a problem. Oh, it's a Wampa. Yeah, it was Hoth when I first started second guessing my old MMO skills, because I had played Star Wars Galaxies and tons of World of Warcraft before this game came out. Because it wasn't long before after, I should say, World of Warcraft that this game came out, but even still I had already had like thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in World of Warcraft. You know, I had played all the betas and I had some alpha access too. Same with this game. I had all the betas. I did some of the alphas. I didn't really think this game would take off because it didn't seem optimized, and I was somewhat right when it came out, because the combat is not nearly as good as Warcraft. However, it's not really its focus. Its focus was the story, and I can totally forgive it for that. The story was not there, non-existent. Be like, let's just go back to Star Wars Galaxies before Jedi, you know. But Warcraft, like I said, was better from a combat standpoint. But this was the first planet where, like, when I faced a Wampa, that was just I think it was just a strong, and it was my level, and I just could not kill it. I thought it was a bug. I reported it as such, not that I was complaining. I just said, this one might be bugged, and they came back and told me, nope, it's no bug. And they were very right. It's just, you had to keep your gear up to the point of being capable. You couldn't just rely on your levels alone or your tactics. Your gear made a big difference. This was the first planet that made me realize that. That's why if you do this with somebody, like a buddy or something, it's really fun. Going 2v whatever is amazing because of the companions. You know, you don't get companions in Warcraft and stuff. You know, they don't just hang out with you. I think that's a waste. I mean, I think it's okay. It's just, if you're grinding for whatever, this and that, I mean, it would be kind of nice to have a companion like you have in this game. This game really integrates the companions really well. They have their own stories. They have their own, some people have their own preferences. There's way too many companions when we get to the Eternal Throne stuff. Not a big fan of the Eternal Throne DLC. They try to make it to where, you know, Republic and the Sith work or the Empire work together and this and that. I'm like, why? We don't need that. There are factions. There's still PvP. And yes, we have a common enemy, but we don't need that. I think it was just a flawed storyline from the very beginning. And the reason for the storyline is mainly because, you know, both groups don't have the resources to take on the Eternal Throne. At the hiccups again. And I get it. I totally get it. But that's still not good enough for me. I need a better... Where? That's exactly what I was worried about. Okay, so we need to go straight up this way. Wait. I'm getting myself turned around. That way. So let's get on our bike. I need a bobsled. A bobsled would be cool. I would definitely activate that if I'm on Hoth. was on Hoth and had a bobsled, I would totally do that. And then there's a quick travel right here. Almost there. I do love Hoth though. I am kind of stretching this out a little bit more than other planets I've done because I just really like Hoth. Okay. Droid progress. Okay. Oh, that's from the Quesh. Okay, never mind. Add a station discovery. Well, they gave me a companion gift. Okay. Whatever. We're going the right way. Yeah. Oh, do I gotta go in the base? We gotta go around the base? What are we doing here? No, I just gotta go pathway this way. And some bases are underground, so you have to go under and through to get to the other side. So Hoth verticality is very different. New zone. Oh, but I do have my Tauntaun. Forgot about this guy. This would be perfect for here. Ah, now I gotta go this way. Oh, there's a heroic right here and it didn't tell me. Republic outpost, prisoner extraction. Where is that one? It's right here. So let's do this. I could have done this to begin with. But I'm glad I did the last one because I got a lot of good gear from that. Okay. So our quest that we need is right over here. It's in there. Right there. And our heroic is right here, so let's just do the heroic. I promise this will be the last, well, this should be the last heroic we do before we do the story stuff, because this just happened to be right outside the door of the next story, so. Yeah, I think my gear was a little behind because these guys are going down a little bit faster now. You gotta be careful because sometimes these vertical ones I can't see where we're trying to get to. Get this. Oh no, he's a champion. I didn't see it till it was too late. But maybe we can get him now. Now that we've upgraded a little bit. But look, he's actually taking damage. Maybe that little bit of an upgrade made a big difference.
Let's settle this.
And he doesn't knock me back, which is wonderful. What do we get? Oh, crap, I'm full. Assassin. Droid target history. Okay. Give this to Theron.
Thank you, Jedi.
Give this to him too. And I need to be sending people on missions. Small influence. I guess I could give him these. I need to make room.
Thank you, Jedi.
Could add my inventory here.
Thank you, Jedi.
20,000? That isn't bad at all. I'll do that. These here. Okay. There we go. Now we got some little bit more room to be a loot goblin. There we go. Just keep going. Then if I get more crap, then he can sell it for me.
Just as I probed.
What are you doing? I did not. Oh, I target. I was trying to target the the prisoner instead, and I took him out of the CC. Crap. But yeah, if you're playing this with somebody, it can be really fun because then you're going faster, you're sharing conversations. It's just a blast. Unless it's your class one, because then that's only you can answer those questions. It's like, you gonna leave? Okay. Sure do have to kill a lot of people before we get to a prisoner. I guess maybe that's the point. Ah, there's some a little bit more straightforward. And this is how like aloof I am sometimes. My wife was saying there's only a few movies she's interested in looking into soon. And she said one of them was the Dune movie, and I'm like, what Dune movie? What are you talking about? Sure enough, there is a Dune movie, part 3, and I thought Denis Villeneuve, I don't know how he pronounces it, but I would have said Villeneuve, but I think he said after 2 he was done. He was going to leave the rest of the creative stuff to other people. Maybe he just meant the first book or something. But I can't imagine what else he's covering with this one. I do know what happens next, and I can't say there's much. And unless he's combining it to the next sequence of events, I think that's covering too much too soon. But again, I could just be me. This is way too many. I didn't know it was going to attack all of these guys at all. At least they were all strongs, not elites. Oh, I need 2 more prisoners. Man, there's so many of these guys. I need need them all attacking me so Theron can heal me effectively. There we go. Very good. One more. I don't see nobody outside of way over there. But how about we just go ahead and do that then? Do holiday is on cooldown. But hopefully you guys are doing good. Having a good weekend. Oh crap. I thought it was far enough to avoid the AoE. I am a year older as of last Monday or Tuesday, or I can't remember. And I never announce those things. I streamed on that day, but I never really say, hey, look, you know, it's my birthday, come join. I barely remember myself. I had a Philid anniversary in late December. Didn't realize it. I just don't keep up. I interrupted at the last second. Whatever. That did me no good. This guy's harder than he looks. He's been the hardest elite I've had to face here. Man. The outpost. Got one more guy to get out of here. 5 seconds left on the cooldown. Oh, it says starting soon. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, thank you, Andy. I totally forgot because I'm using a different scene than I normally use, especially for the KOTOR stuff. So I'm get rid of that. I appreciate that. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Appreciate that quite a bit. Professional streamer. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. And I hope, unless there's another heroic that's just right outside the door of the next story portion, then we won't be doing these heroics all day. It's just, these were right here, so. But I'm really glad I did that first one because it definitely got us a bunch of good gear. So. There we go, and we got a level. Okay. Still got to get out of here. So, if you do these fast enough, then they won't respawn, but didn't think about that till later. Should we do this champion? It's over here. Let me see. What did we get? Oh, we got some better pants. Not a whole lot better, but they are better. Yeah. Okay, so give it a shot. We did that last one pretty good. Sniper, he's special ops. He is taking damage and I'm not taking any damage, so apparently our gear is really helping us. Made a difference. much better result. But I also think that the champion that we faced before was 41, but even still, he was like taking no damage whatsoever. So stuff is starting to respond, so I need to get out of here. Even though this is a closed instance for me. This is what I wish Dune Awakening would do. See, these guys have respawned. Well, no, this guy was always... I never took out this guy. I really wish instead of their research labs, especially in the deep desert, there's this whole like PvP, non-PvP. It's just this whole thing. It's very common with these MMOs that do these partial PvP releases. Just make them instances. You know, Warcraft does it. There's PvP all over Warcraft if you choose, but once you're in the instance, it's not like it's shared, and who cares, right? Just make it an instance, and I think it'd be a lot less issues for that game. Let's see here. But yeah, thank you, Andy Poggers. That would still say starting soon if you didn't tell me. Should be able to squeeze through here. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go this way. It's going the total wrong way. All right, let's get in here and do some more story, and I will shut up. This is the right area, right? Yeah. It's that heroic. I like how she does that force blast, like, eh. So these White Claw, is that what their name is? White Maw. The White Claws. No, these White Maw apparently will sabotage you. I mean, well, they'll show up from stealth. It's interesting. I don't remember that. Hey, yep, there they go again. Yeah, the White Claw Raiders. You got to be careful with them. Okay. Oop. My camera does that just weirdest times. All right. Take out this guy. Okay. we're slowly making our way downtown as Vanessa Michelle Branch Carlton would say. I can never remember who sings that song. But you never see them in the same place. So, maybe they are the same.
A Jedi. Perfect. You must be looking for me, Captain Valen. Soon to command every pirate on Hoth. But you don't have to kneel or anything.
The thermal bore device can't remain in your hands. Give it to me.
Not when this is about to get good. I was flattered. A whole coalition army sent just to kill me. But it got old, so I'm glad for something new. Nice day, pretty lady. Maybe I'll let you go. For now. Better hurry before the device goes off.
The device could kill hundreds of people if it cracks the ice shelf.
That's kind of the idea. Can't say I didn't give you a chance. I'm unique. The galaxy hasn't seen a man like me since Nock Drayan wiped out half the Hutt cartel in one night. My legend's just begun. How about being the first Jedi I ever kill?
That's quite enough of that.
Glad I don't have a sense of smell. That Valon looks like he needed a bath.
Is it me, or was that brigand rather less immortal than expected?
You still always play this, Andy? Yeah, I mean, I'm been a 15-year subscriber. I don't always play it though. I really enjoy it. The game when it first came out was I just love the story. I love storytelling in games, and it's where I lean to. So you give me an MMO with heavy story, sure. Is the story always great? No, it's not, but it's there though. You know, we're not filling in the details. Warcraft story's been all over the place. I love the lore in it originally, and it seemed like it was going in the right direction. Now they're just like even the Blood Elves seemed fairly short-sighted in how they got created and stuff. So it's like, okay, that's an interesting idea, but how are you gonna like continue that holding on to taking the god's power for this long, you know, with all the Blood Elves now? But anyway, it's just weird. But yeah, this game with all the story stuff, that's what I really focus on. And I used to do a lot of operations when the game first came out. I was part of a pretty decent sized guild. And some of those operations, some of the toughest I've ever done. And it wasn't just that they were hard, the enemies in it, but the puzzles were so difficult. I mean, it really required coordinating a lot of people to do the same thing and to know what was going to happen next. It was just so tricky. Some of them were just so tricky, unnecessarily. I would say too much. I think they over complicated it. It didn't need to be that difficult for everybody, because, you know, we had to have apps to say when this thing was going to turn on. So if you were part of group 1 or group 2, you had to know what to do, because you couldn't see what the other group was doing, and they did one thing on the other side, you did one thing on the other side, and then you'd have areas where you had to make the robot move to a certain location, which required the tanks to move them over a certain way. Meanwhile, you're in the background as you're operating levers as one of the people who can't, you're too far away to hit the boss, but you're moving control panel stuff to move machinery to be over the boss and to like superheat it, and then you super cool it, and then it becomes brittle, and it then becomes easier to hit it. But meanwhile, other enemies are attacking you, and you don't have any tanks because their tanks are down below trying to help. So even if you did have, let's say, a spare tank with you, there's only so much you can do because they still have to be healed. You're the support party, you know? So, and the tanks themselves aren't doing a ton of damage. And so you have support party that's down there, obviously doing DPS. This is some of the hardest operations I've ever done in my life were in this game. Similar to raids in World of Warcraft. Warcraft, I loved it because it was just pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It was a gear thing. We just didn't know what gear we needed at the very beginning. If we went to Molten Court with 40 people, normally you would think 40 people, we should be able to do this, no problem. Oh, okay, so we don't have enough fire resistance gear. But wait a minute, the fire resistance gear isn't as good as my regular gear, and you had to like balance and figure this out for 40 people. But once you got that, it was like a tank and spank for most of them. And that's what I liked. I just tell me what we need to grind to get there, and then get everybody there and just have fun with it. That's what I liked.
A powerful opponent, but hardly an unstoppable one. Curious.
Perhaps that oafish lieutenant has told his men too many ghost stories. No matter. We'd better take that device back and get out of this intolerable cold.
Need to sell my gear or my stuff before I get too much crap on me. Let's see. Sell this, sell that, sell that. So I can't use this as heavy armor. Let's sell that. Sell that, 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 and sell that. Yeah, sell that. Okay. Now we have T's Hangover. Oh yeah, and I think the let's see here, not here, but I think the Ragul event is supposed to be going on Tatooine, I believe. Get the hiccups. It's this way. Got turned around. Not a huge fan of it. It was kind of cool when it first came out ages ago, and you would get other people sick, and then they took health, and then they died, and then they came back, came back up. But you'd have to make yourself immune to it. You'd have to buy a thing to make yourself immune. So when you're going and doing those things, you don't contract it and then die while you're trying to do quests. It's kind of a neat idea.
Hey, you're back. With one thermal bore device safe and sound. Maybe I can salvage this up after all. Seems Captain Valan met his match. Guess we softened him up for you, huh?
With Valan dead, I imagine you're all eager to get off this world.
Every time I turn around, my men are standing closer to the landing pad. Thank you for this. You're, really not how I imagined a Jedi Master to... sorry, priority call.
Thought I'd find you skulking there, Jedi. You're gonna pay for that insult. You and the Republic.
A fake hologram can't fool me. I know Captain Valan is dead.
Jedi, I don't think this is a fake.
We just found the heat exchanger for all the Republic bases. Might have ransomed it back, too. But since you crossed me, it's history. And you all freeze.
That son of a... My men will be back from exercise soon. They can't know Valan's alive.
Your men might help us unravel this mystery.
No. If they catch on that Valan survived a duel with a Jedi, I'll have a mutiny on my hands for real. My men can't find out. I could take them to pick off Valan's scouting parties, build up their morale, but everyone will die without that heat exchanger.
I stopped Valon once. Whatever he's planning with the heat exchanger, I can stop him again.
Oh, you're a lifesaver. Here's the exchanger's location. There's a Republic outpost here. We can use while we're tracking those scouts. Come report to us when the exchanger's safe. I don't believe in ghosts, but this is good luck.
Yeah, it's kind of a crap reward, but I was thinking it was moddable, but it's not. Okay. So go back this way. What is this? Why are you so cute? Collect medicine? I must be one of those quests within the... They do these new quests now that are kind of like dynamic quests that happen when you're in a certain area. It was neat at first for me, but they're more annoying. Like you collect this thing, probably safe medicine, like cat toys, cat food, and collect, yeah. You gotta find them. I don't know where they are. Like I don't see more than the one, or maybe there's just one here and then they're spread all over. Yeah, see there's one here, one there. Never, yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. So now we have to go all the way over here. And I guess we can just take a taxi to this one, High Mount Road. I don't know if there is a taxi there. There's a taxi here, the Jagged Republic. We should go there just to unlock this outpost. Let's go do that. It'll take a minute, but there's no heroics in that immediate area, so doesn't help us. Oh, what was in there? What? Hold on. Level 34, 38, 42. Okay, so how about this? Let me go in here and buy those level 42 mods, because, well, we'll probably get there. Yeah, we'll probably get there. Beater.
Command's sending out new tactics all the time.
We're 41 now. Oh no, we're 54. What am I thinking? 41's the area level.
Welcome. Got a full stock and permission to sell.
I can buy these right now. So let's do this one, because I need to upgrade my lightsaber. It's way behind. Probably critical for her. What's the most critical I can have? This one maybe. The discipline or the adept. Having power is good, but I prefer that on like a spellcaster, like an inquisitor or something. Let's do this one. And we need these mods. Yeah, like this one. Okay, now let's upgrade our weapon here. Starforged lightsaber. Hold up. Hold up. 4335. Why? Wait a minute. This is a level 25 hilt. This is a level 21 hilt. Gotcha. I see. I was reading everything wrong. Okay. Well, I'm dumb. At least I can sell this back to her.
Best place to buy. Durable, military-grade supplies.
See if there's anything I'm wearing that I could upgrade, though. I haven't been doing that. I haven't been putting moddable gear on. I just been, as I collect it, I just put it on. Because I'm going to be constantly chasing that, you know, those mods. But, yeah, I don't, I guess we're fine. Yeah, I guess we're fine. Sell everything back. I really thought the lightsaber was not up to its standard. But that probably means I need to go to the fleet at some point and get my level 54 or whatever mods for the lightsaber now. Okay, yeah, so I was going to take a taxi to the closest taxi area, so that way, because there's a yeah, right here there's a quick travel right there, and I didn't get that one, so I'll do this real quick. Yeah, and I thought for sure I had, but I guess I missed this one. Let's see. There is no taxi in this immediate area, and there's no heroics anywhere near there. Unless hold on. Do it this way. Probably the best one is this Sith outpost here. Everything's so far away. But that's Hoth. Set the speeder.
Reminder: mechanized travel is for official business only. Be safe out there.
Go here, get this quick travel, and then we can just ride our Tauntaun to the site. But once we're on foot, we should be able to see any heroics that are in that immediate. The ones that are green, those are just like specific like base areas that you enter. It could just be out in the open, like a heroic area in the open. Anyway. Fox, one of our Pomeranians, is investigating me. I guess he thinks I have something for him, and I have no treats. But you know what? They don't like these though. These are carob and marshmallow flavor. But it's honey, vegetable oil, carob powder, vegetable glycerin, dried cane molasses, whole egg, natural marshmallow flavor, sodium bicarbonate. But yeah, there's these treats that I do have. maybe they'll like them. Hey Def, how are you doing? Have a good lurk. See if he likes these. I don't know. He may not. Every time I put them out, none of them eats it, so. If he likes it, great. If he doesn't like it, then what do you want me to do? I got nothing. This is all I got. Want to try this one? This is all I got. I'll tell my wife to bring me some treats for them later. Okay. Yeah. See, I think this like area in the south right here for this map, I do believe that this is where I think one of the world bosses on this area patrols. So we got to be careful. I really wish I could place a marker here. I guess like we need to go that way and get to that quick travel to the left, up and over to the left. Get on our Tauntaun. Oh, that's I summoned my pet Tauntaun. Never mind. Did the wrong one. Okay. Let's go this way. Then this might be out of the way, but okay, there it is. So it's actually on the way. And one of the world bosses is like one of these large versions of these frost stalkers. These cats. It's a big old wampa right there. Let's see. Lost Tauntaun. I do believe these are the ones that you can try to feed. Think that you can sometimes turn into a mount. They're not always, I believe, at the same place, so you have to be looking for them. There's a quick travel guy right here. But I'm wondering if it's underground, maybe? It's not popping up for me. Oh, it's right here. Right in front of me. Kind of by itself. Wait. We gotta go in this way, I believe. Okay. Yeah, this is looking right, because this is the Jedi Knight face. Must be nice having it right there, not having to go all the way in here. Oh well.
Day.
We'll probably be able to skip half of this, but I want to just see if there was any bonus at all for just doing this in the area. Then it doesn't hurt. Nope. No extra bonus. Okay. Oh. Is it straight back that way? Yes, it is. Yeah. The good news is there's a group here I can probably just do that. Yeah, and of course our instance is way deep in here. Of course. I might be high enough level I could miss these guys. Aggro them. Yep, looking good. Okay. All right, let's get in here. This isn't even the instance. I have to fight my way in here. And people wonder why people do stealth runs into these places, because it's kind of ridiculous. Like, just give me the instance. Oh no, you must, you know, travel there, fight things, and then go into a base that has the instance in somewhere inside that base. Come on. Yeah, it's like way in here. This is the open map. This is like public area. This is not like specific to my quest, which is funny to me. See, that's group phase, so there's a shared group quest you can get here. I hate being hit back like that. The knockback, it's my least favorite move that enemies do. I hate it. If I'm a caster, it's not as bad, but I don't like it. Like, you're able to knock me off my feet. You should be able to hit me harder than what you're trying to do already. If they're able to like knock me back, I should be like taking tons of damage. Okay. If you're a tank or anything and they knock you back and it's like a boss or something, yeah, you just kind of like leverage yourself up here so that way when they knock you back, you don't go very far. But this is not the type of run. God, how far away is this place? Oh my God. Let's get rid of this guy up here. I don't like him. Okay. In here. That way? Yeah. There it is, finally. It's right in front of us now. I do think this is a bit excessive to place this this class instance so deep in here. It's like, really? I had to go through all that just to get here. All right. Oh man, now I gotta like kill 10 White Maul pirates for the bonus. Wait a minute. I didn't know that that one little generator was gonna make everybody die. These guys with the one eye, some of my least favorite aliens. Not because whatever, they just scream bad guy all over them. Now, to be fair, I do play mostly Sith, so I'm okay with the bad guys, but just those guys with the one eye that's red, and they're just I don't know what species they are. I forget. But yeah, I wish we saw them more in Star Wars media, because they're pretty vile. You always see them as pirates too. You don't really see them as much else. Unlike the Trandoshans, you know, they could be doing this, they could be doing that. Mostly bounty hunters, though. These guys are just always up to no good. Let's just do this. So we did our 10. We got the bonus. All right. Yeah, he's back in here. By the way, I had a bag of pecans that I keep up here just to snack on. I blame him, the little boy. Yeah, you. Box. Because I found it this morning and I moved my chair back and I hit some plastic. I was like, what am I hitting? He got to the bag. He didn't eat anything out of there. Oh, you're talking about the one-eyed goobacks? Yeah. How you doing, Baba? But yeah, I guess he got into the bag, and I blame him, even though he's the smallest. He's not, well, I have one Pomeranian that weighs less, but he eats a lot more. This one, he's got some girth to him, but apparently he weighs more than he looks. And because he's all fur. But yeah, he got into my pecans. What the hell happened here? But yeah, welcome on in, Baba. How you doing? Hopefully you're staying nice and warm on this Saturday. Twitch is kind of acting weird. It's not giving me any numbers whatsoever. But yeah. We're just playing some Star Wars, the MMO, because it's at least until the last DLC, everything's voice acted. So it's really nice to come back to an RPG game that's older that you don't have to do all the voices for. We just comment and narrate. Yeah. Oh yeah, McChillin. Well, that's good. That's good. And I played Cairn yesterday, Cairn. I love that game. I haven't been in love with an indie game right off the bat since Dave the Diver and Power Wash. When I played those, I was like, it's like, wow, this game is special. This is gonna make an impact. And for the most part, I was right. But I just go by feels, you know. That Cairn has, and a lot of times I've seen a lot of people compare it to like Peak. I don't think it's anything like Peak. Yeah, it's a climbing game. I could also compare it to like Insurmountable, which is a hex-based climbing game that has these like little adventures that happen randomly that you can engage with. You have so many steps and so many supplies. You have to kind of tactically make yourself up the mountain. It's interesting. It's like that, I guess, but it's not like that at all. So it'd be like saying like Battlefield and a game like 1942, the old arcade shooter. Yeah, they're both they're kind of the same because they both military games. Sure, they're the same theme. They don't do the same thing. There are like the climbing things that happen with that, but with Karen, it's almost like survival Skyrim. You have to like pick up items. You do have to eat. You have to control your hydration. You have to control your stamina. And you do have to cook your food, and then sometimes you can combine certain ingredients to make even a better food than just the normal one. There's some. I've gotten decently far into the game. Not like, I wouldn't even say I'm halfway, but I'm pretty far. And there seems to be some RPG element stuff to it that's cooking. But it's a slow burn. It's trying to definitely teach you how to climb first, because it only gets harder. So if they start adding all these other things, I can imagine it'd be more of a distraction. But you want to get to the next level, and you want to do this because there's a little bit more than just the sense of accomplishment, although there is that too. Karen, I'm a big I'm really trying to push that game to the people. It seems to be doing really well too. There's the reviews I think are mostly positive, but it should be outstandingly positive in my opinion. There are some little bugs when it comes to some of the climbing mechanics, but I think those can be fixed. I think the hitbox for when you're jumping from one location to another should be a little bit bigger, because it's not like you can like press a button and say, okay, hit X the moment you're trying to grab something. It's just jump and hopefully your character catches whatever. So because of that, it should be a little bit more forgiving, because there's a lot of times I did it the same way, and sometimes I would grab the ledge and sometimes I wouldn't. So, Karen is cool. I played the demo. Yeah, it's out now. So, I like I said, I knew about it coming out, but I'm one of those, if it's early access, I'll play the early access. I'm not afraid of that, but they waited until it was like the actual release, so I didn't really get to play the actual release till recently, till yesterday.
Excellent. In position and right on time. Good to know we still have well-informed friends.
I wish we did. Perhaps they could have told us Imperial commandos were sneaking about.
Now, Jedi, our orders are to freeze you in carbonite, not kill you. So kindly surrender now.
I'm afraid I'll have to decline your generous offer.
Yes, they said you might be stubborn. Keep her still. I need a clear shot, or she'll just freeze and shatter.
Just as I programmed.
No, please. I'm an engineer. I was just supervising the carbonite weapon. Please don't kill me. The informant didn't say you were some crazy super Jedi.
Should that make any difference whatsoever that I'm a crazy super super Jedi?
Who's been passing on information about me?
I don't know. They never showed their face. This anonymous tip said you'd insulted Captain Valon. The Commandos planned to use you to lure him out. They needed you as bait. Said they had to get back the armor Valon stole.
What's so special about Valon's armor?
Hoth's covered in Starship wreckage. We found advanced armor in a wreck and took it to our labs. That armor has a special healing mechanism. It heals any wound. They just got it working when Valon stole it. That's all I know, I swear. Can I go?
Man, if I was playing Sith, he'd be dead already. But we're trying to be a light side user, and as much as it pains me, we're gonna let him go here in a minute.
One more question. Will this armor keep Valon alive no matter what I do?
I don't know. They said Valon's invincible while he's wearing it. I'm never coming back to Hoth.
So we have to...
I'm getting out of it.
Declothe him.
I'm still bleeding.
Cool game.
Please, great Jedi, could you heal me? I'll never make it to the landing pad like this.
I cannot leave anybody in pain. Here, this will help.
Yes, that's better. Thank you, Jedi.
Killing him takes him out of pain.
This.
Damn Jedi. We slaughtered 3 of his men, but we're like, I can't see you in pain, so let me heal you. Just kill him. That also is the same thing. Whatever. It's interesting we didn't get any light side points for that. Well, I guess we did in the conversation, but it didn't translate. Sometimes it'll show you like afterwards. Okay, so now where are we going? Going way back over here. I did unlock this one though. That's what I'm saying. This little taxi over here, Outpost Crash. Well, hell, let me go to this one, Outpost Synth. Then we'll taxi to that one and unlock it. So this is what I'm saying is that I've said this every single stream, but in the original game when it came out, if your account on one character, like let's say I had a Jedi Knight or smuggler or something, and he already had done Hoth and all the quick travel, that translated to a new character. They don't do that no more, which I don't like.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Like I'm repeating the game because I want the story or something, or I'm trying to level an alt character or something. Shouldn't have to just re-explore everything. I already know where everything is. I don't know. That's how it was at the beginning though. They changed it. Yeah, Karen was really interesting because once you actually started the actual game after the tutorial, they kind of had this whole like camera that moved back and you walked. It reminded me a lot of Death Stranding. And I was wondering if they got some influence from that. Death Stranding 2.
Examination and suggested products.
Oh, look at this. We got this as a drop? That's interesting.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
It's a Hagonfarl. Summons a small act dog which will follow and passively observe you in your adventures. What does he look like? Like that. Okay. We're in Hoth, so let's go back to our Giska. Where is he? There he is. That is a Giska. He's just covered in snow. Anyway. That was interesting. I don't think I've seen a pet ball from a drop before. That's cool that that's there though. Okay. So we got to go over here. Oh, not that far. Let's get on our Tauntaun. Oh no, I did that again. Let's get on our Tauntaun. Hopefully they'll let me ride through their base. Yeah. What is this? Another Jedi Knight phase. It's like right there. Jeez. Must be nice. I gotta go all the way over here. There we go. But yeah, so far YouTube's telling me that viewers like to watch this one during the day, and they like my KOTOR at night. Now, I've streamed both games day and night, so I think I've got some pretty good metrics to figure out what people kind of prefer. But if there's a particular time of day you do prefer to watch those games, let me know, because I'm just going based on the analytics that YouTube was trying to tell me. Because I was trying to figure out like why some VODs would get 30, 40 views and others would get like 200. I was like, what's the variable here? And I think it's just time. Oh, there's already confrontation. Speak to Lieutenant Ereso. I do believe he's also a going to be a companion. And what I also want to see, Nadia was supposed to be a companion at this point. So let me make sure that she's not. Yeah, she's not here. And I didn't even see her on the ship, which makes me like what happened to her? Okay, we have to send Zenith on some missions. We can get his companion level up. He's in. Let's send you on some stuff.
They tracked us back here, LT. Those scouts were coordinated. Captain Valon's still alive, isn't he? You lied to us. Were you in on this, Jedi?
Yes, but I've discovered how Valon keeps surviving.
It's too late for that. We always wondered how you escaped the Imps LT. Now this? We're not gonna stay here and die.
Talk or shoot, Private. Don't try and do both, okay? You're in command, Jedi. I keep very special punishment chores for soldiers who step out of line.
He's like, I keep very special chores for those who have just tried to kill me. Okay. You know you're a Republic soldier or lieutenant when. He deserves another chance. No court-martial?
He tried to kill you. He should be sentenced for mutiny.
There you go.
By who? A board of tauntauns? Plus, Hoth is worse than any prison. Congratulations, Kree. You get to chip ice off the comm tower's aerials for a week.
Yes, sir.
But Kree's right. We can't stop Valon. No one can.
So, you're so dismissive of tauntauns. Perhaps a group of tauntauns is a good council.
Everyone listen. Valon's only advantage is that he knows something you don't. An advantage he's now lost. He wears healing armor he took from an Imperial lab. Without it, he's just another man.
So, Valon's secret is this special armor. Huh. You know, we did get intel about an Imperial lab hidden nearby. If the Empire was studying that armor, we might find information there.
Any laboratory good enough to work on the armor will be surrounded.
Yeah, we scouted it. There's guards and snow hides around the whole perimeter. A frontal assault would really cost us, but we could handle the guards while you get inside. Or we could try luring them out, get them lost in the snow. Risky, but less risky than fighting. It's your call.
You know the terrain and your men better than I do.
Safer to draw them out then. We don't have the numbers for a straight fight. All right. We take the guards, you get in and see what you can find. I'll find you when we're clear. Everyone, get your gear! We're hitting both Valan and the Empire on this one.
Let's take a look at that drop. Okay. Well, I like what we have on better, but this Hoth one is not bad because the accent is actually the same color as our top. I mean, so is the one that we just got, but I mean the one that we're wearing, but the one we're wearing is more of like based on its dedicated colors. I think it's like that bronze or something. So we'll keep this in mind. Maybe we'll use this as our transmog, who knows. Let's see, where are we going? Where are we going? All right. Oh yeah, elevator. Gotta wait for the elevator. Investigate the Imperial Lab. I wonder how far away that is. Oh, also, if you're saying, you know, why don't I just quick travel? I could, but the problem is, it's happened a few times for me. It doesn't happen all the time, but if I quick travel out of a instance to somewhere else, it almost like it doesn't give me the credit sometimes for finishing it. So I just don't. I always come out of at least the class ones, and where you have like a 5-man or 4-man instance. Yeah. Because I just don't trust it. Okay, so we need to go not very far. Just quick travel here and then travel to the south. Sometimes you can't really tell if the map is telling you like this is the one up high or the one down low. Can't always tell. So we're going to go straight that way. There we go. Got our nice little tauntaun. See, like right up here, there's like a ridge. So you can't always know if is it the one down below? Is it up high? You don't always know. Because by the time you get to where, you know, the point is on the map, it'll be like, oh yeah, you were supposed to go down here and then travel the ravine all the way to where you're supposed to go. It's goofy. Wild roaming tauntaun. It's a bit of a drive. Don't make me pull this tauntaun over, y'all. Oh, look at these guys. They're those Ortolians. Yeah. He's just holding a little holoprojector thing. This is probably like a Sith-based quest where you have to recover items or something and kill these guys. Just wanted to get that. Okay. And we continue. Ooh, big old Wampa. He's not a champion. I thought he was. He's an elite though. Ooh. Yeah, sure enough, looks like there's an Imperial base over there. Right over there. So that makes sense. That we're going to an Imperial base to attack. Well, let me send my guys on another mission. Keysen, you do this one. And then Zenith, you do that one.
Good. I've missed solo apps.
A little bit higher. Not down below. Yeah, I think this is near where the wandering world boss is, so you got to be a little careful. Could just show up right on top of you. Let me just make sure I sold everything.
Report your ailments. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
There we go. Howdy, dude. How you doing? Looks like a Sith Marauder. He was, yeah, I think he was taken aback, maybe thinking it was PvP or something. Okay, we're here. Finally. Yeah, right here. Yeah. We gotta kill 20 of them, so let's get it started. Oops. Okay. Oh, good. We missed that patrol right there. He was right there. I don't know what the next planet would be. Can't even think of what it would be.
Quite enough of that.
I don't think it's Belsalvis. Guess it could be. Oh, that seems too soon. Okay. See, Keysen came back with some stuff, and we're still not at level 2 yet. Wow. But when you send them on these missions, they do grow a little bit with their reputation with you, which helps them perform better. That's why I need Zenith to be a lot more than where he's at now. But he's actually almost done, so we got 15 seconds left for him to come back. Oop, there's the elevator. Get that first.
Must have had an off day.
Oh, he failed his quest. Send him on this one.
See what I can do.
Theron, don't leave me. got taken back up in the elevator. I don't think he's with me. We're gonna have to struggle about this until he comes back. Yeah, he's gone. He went back up the elevator. He showed back up after the combat. Oh boy, that could have been bad.
That's quite enough of that.
There we go. Let's see. Which way are we going? What? Oh. This dude. Yeah, so they use a lot of healing packs here. So we want to go this way. Let's just go that way. We may have to go back this way anyway, but anyway.
Yes, you. Too late. I heard you were coming after the regenerative armor, and I've destroyed my notes. You'll learn nothing.
I want the name of your informant. Now.
You don't scare me.
We're secure. The guards are lost, but 2 of my guys are missing too. We're looking for them.
I claim immunity. Under Section 1138 of your Republic Charter. You cannot coerce or harm a political prisoner.
Uh-huh. But Hoth isn't in the Republic now, is it?
Ever watch a mind being broken by the Force, Doctor? It's quite horrific.
Yeah. So you'd better talk fast.
What? You can't. My mind is all I have.
Tell me about the armor, and I'll leave you alone.
All right. I'll tell you what you wish to know. Emperor, forgive me. You know Valan's armor has a unique healing function, yes? But that function can be overstressed. If Valan was mortally injured several times quickly, the healing function would shut down, leaving him vulnerable.
Can the armor's healing functions be shut down any other way?
No. They are too sophisticated. This is a crude method, but it will work.
Sorry to interrupt, LT. We've spotted a group of Valan's men. They're headed for a scavenger's camp. Should we engage them now or wait for you?
I'm open to your opinion on this.
Just make sure they can't escape and wait for us.
Yes, sir. I'll pass it on.
Wait! Your Republic Charter states prisoners must be cared for. Without my equipment, this lab will soon freeze.
Forget it. I'm down 2 men already. I'm not wasting another to escort you home.
Lieutenant Areso, assign someone to escort this man to safety. That's an order.
Okay. I'll send someone for him, but we'd better get to that camp.
Finished. Next.
Just Autofil's project. Progress.
Right away.
Hurry. Don't miss the... Oh, we made it. Oh, that's so nice. All right. Whew. Gotta dismiss Theron and bring him back.
Yes?
There he is. Like magic. All right. There we go. So I'm going to leave here and see where it wants me to go. Go to the scavenger camp. I wonder if that's out in the open, though. Let's see. That's way over here. Jesus. It may not. Well, I'm trying to see if it's any faster because there's a bridge here at the very top. Yeah, let's just get on our Tauntaun. At least we know it's up here at the top. And it's just a matter of, you know, going up and over these bridges. So we know where it is. It's not very far. I asked my wife to bring me some snacks for Fox. But I may take a break here in a minute. I need to check on some laundry. I'm always checking on the laundry. And, ooh, this is what I was afraid of. I hope that we're not going into a Republic area.
Charge!
That would be bad.
Attack us, Split! Make them regret this!
Okay, so that's a Republic area there. Got to be careful. Because that'll flag us for PvP, but also they'll hurt a bit. This is one of those kind of like a Radiant quest that shows up in the area that you're in. That's what that was. I ain't dealing with that. Yeah, we just gotta stay up high. I gotta check him on the laundry and I'll go get those fox treats. I wish he would just let me pick him up to show you guys because he's pretty cute. But he loves to be held, but he hates to be caught. So he will bark and run all this way and that way so he doesn't get caught. But once he's caught, he loves to be held. Goofy dog. And he likes to be held, especially like on his back. Similar like a cradle style for a child, for a baby. He loves that. Ripley, she's the biggest. She does not like to be on her back. Only if she's like on the bed or something. She loves to be rubbed, like to have her belly rubbed and everything. But she doesn't like to be held that way. She likes to be held feet pointed down. Link, the smallest one we have, he eats more than all of them combined. Doesn't have a tapeworm, doesn't have anything like that. He just loves to eat, but he never gets any bigger. He just gets fluffy. And he doesn't like to be caught or carried. Got all different variations there. All right. There we go. Finally, he CC'd the one target I'm not attacking. I don't know why he always tries to CC the target I'm attacking. It should default to the strong, which I always attack the strong last. But whatever. So for context, the one that's in the silver portrait, that's a strong. The gold are elite. And then when it's a gold with white in it, that's a champion. But yeah, we're playing this today, and oh yeah, when you're on the Sith Inquisitor, you get to run into this science researcher guy. He's an archaeologist. He's the coolest. I really like him too. There's so many characters you get as a Sith companions under the Sith Inquisitor that are just, I like every single one of them. I can't say that about all classes, but Sith Inquisitor, they're all pretty good. The last one you get is kind of a bummer because you don't really get to flesh out his story much, but he's like a true dark side. He's a similar race from Grievous, General Grievous, in the newer movies. Well, episodes 1, well, 2 and 3. Specifically 3. Yeah.
I've got an update. This is big. Our scouts tracked the pirates' trail back to the starship graveyard, right to a dreadnought. The thing's a fortress.
I didn't know there were so many crashed ships here.
Some space battle years ago. Republic and Imperial ships both. These scavengers used special gear to get salvage out of the ice. Valan's men went straight for it. I think Valan's planning to raise the old Republic dreadnought from the graveyard. Then he'd have his own flagship.
With his healing armor and a ship that size, every pirate on Hoth would join him.
Yeah. We have to get in there. This'll be rough. That class of ship used heavy security doors as choke points. Plus the scouts reported lots of pirates.
Wait, LT. Jedi, you've put yourself on the line for us over and over.
Valon
wants that ship to fly, right? So what if we hit the engines? He'll send his men to protect them.
That'll work. We'll keep Valon's men out of the way, Jedi. You finish him for us.
No Jedi could make a nobler gesture.
I'm with them, Jedi. Right now, I wouldn't want to be shoulder to shoulder with anyone else. Our radios won't work out here, but I'll send you an alert when we've disabled the engines. We'll join you if we can. Find some way past those security doors and get to Valon. I just hope I'll be there for the finish.
Yeah, it's not bad. This is the Hoth that look. It's not bad. It's not my favorite, but put it here. It's very similar to the elegant dress, but the elegant dress a little bit more interesting. Okay, so we need to go to the Star of the Coruscant next, which is the ship graveyard. So let's head back. Again, I could quick travel out. I just don't like to in these instances because sometimes they say you didn't complete the quest or something. It's not a common bug. They probably have fixed it. I don't want to deal with it. So I just walk out of the instance to make sure everything's cleared. And this should turn red. See? So it's red now. All right. Okay. So, where is the closest? Oh, that's a taxi. But you know what? It's not that far. We just head east. So let's get on our Tauntaun. Travel east. This way. And avoid the Wampa while we're at it. Man, these Wampas are... they always get to me. It's like, man, so big and huge. Kind of wish they made them rarer. And when you hit them, when you find them, they just hit like a truck. Like they're unnaturally over their level for the area. That'd be kind of cool. Should be able to go straight and hit the base with the fast travel, the taxi. Yeah, should be just straight, just beyond this point. Whoop. Follow the speeder. But Hoth is one of those places that I've always said that I kind of wish that the taxi system was more of a cutscene, because you go through enemy areas sometimes and the taxi just kind of just goes through it. It's like, it's not realistic. Let me just imagine that you guys bypassed or flew over or something. Oh, Zarek. This always stumped me when I was playing Sith. I was like, how am I supposed to get through here? And this is like a Republic area. How do I get through here? Well, there's other ways. This was the straightest route. I just didn't know it when I first played the game. 15 years ago. I was going to say that I think the next area is Alderaan, but I don't think that's right. Buy back, because I think those gloves were better. Yeah. It's defense and alacrity. It is better mastery, so let's buy those back.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
See, this one's saying it's better, but only for accuracy and power. That's true. I do need better accuracy. That allows you to hit more often. But it's less dice rolls now, so maybe the defense is better at the moment. I'm not going to overthink it.
Stand by
Just
for examination and suggested products.
Go.
You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
So now let's go to our ship graveyard. This should be the last chain of this quest. I mean, it may tell us to go back to the original area, but this should be it, because this thing is pretty large. When I had to go down into that one base and then travel this way and that way just to get to the instance, that's how I expected this one to be. But I didn't expect that other one to be like that. But this area has different zones to it too. Like there's, I think, even a heroic zone inside to the left or to the right. It's really neat. I just really like what they did. Just a big old ship that crashed and got repurposed. This is just the broken portion of the ship. There's like, this is just like a side area of the ship. It's not even like the main ship. Look at that. So you remember like in episode 7 when you have like, you know, the Force Awakens with Rey. That's kind of reminds me of that type of thing. I thought that part was really cool. Scavenging inside these fallen starships that have been around for a while. Very inaccessible for most people, so they take what they can get from it. Tons of resources scattered around. Leaves a lot to the imagination. I think if you're a Jedi Knight, this is where you get Blizz, or maybe that's a smuggler. Maybe as a smuggler. I love Blizz. He's a Jawa that you get here on Hoth. I like the idea of a Jawa helping you because he could be a healer, he could be DPS. He definitely shouldn't be tanking, but the new method that they do this is that you can make your companion do anything. But I kind of like to keep them in the line of the original story arc. That's why Theron is always my healer. If I need a DPS person, I'll bring out Zenith or and Keegan to me is more of a tank. But it's just how I see them. Yeah, but you can make them do anything. their gear doesn't really matter either. It used to be it used to be that type of MMO where like if everybody was geared up and you had a really good drop, you were rolling just so for your alt to have better gear. So when you're grinding out levels, it would be easier. See, why does he try to CC the character I am attacking? Just, I hate that. You need to calm down, White Maul Marine. Jumping all over the place. Yeah. All that for what? Just to get spanked. It's up here. I hear something. There's a chest. Well, it's a foot locker. Okay. Credit chest, that's good. I say, do I hear a Datacron somewhere? I thought I heard a Datacron there for a second. Don't think so. Although I wouldn't be shocked.
Now, just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that.
Very good. Let's go inside. This commando. I'll try and jump to him. Theron had already handled him. Alright, so we can go this way or that way. Makes no difference. It's amazing how often this area keeps getting resurfaced in other minor things that come up after the game has been released. They'll be like, go to the ship graveyard and do this, and it's like just something new in the story. I hear Datacron now. It's in this area. I don't know where it is. I hear it now. I mean, I probably already have it, but I don't know if I have it. These dudes are just so annoying. They're jumping around all over the place. They're like they're over caffeinated or something. Just annoying. But I hear a Datacron. I hear it. Where is it? I just want to put eyes on it. Where is it? I heard it over here. I can hear it clearly right here. So it must be up above us. Yeah. So where I'm standing here, it must be directly above us. So I got to figure out how to get up there. Oh, I see. So it's probably in that little space right up there. How to get there? That's going to be my focus for the next couple minutes here. Hopefully it's not one of those you got to travel to this part of the map, to that part of the map, that connects to this part of the map, and then you jump down and hopefully you make it, and if you miss it then you have to start all over. Hopefully it's not one of those datacrons. But it probably is. Bet you it's right there. It is. It's right there. Ah, it's a jumping thing. I see. Well, that's gonna suck. And I can tell you I've already done it. I remember it. Because I think I had to bring my bounty hunter to help my wife do it on her Inquisitor. Because you can duel other players, and a bounty hunter has a trick where he grapples you over. And I think that's what I did. Back here? Nope. God damn it. Stop doing that. Okay. No loot though. Interesting. So you see these guys that go so slow? That's what you have to contend with sometimes. Like, well, how am I supposed to get over there, to get over here, to get over there? You gotta wait for this slow thing to move into the right position so that you can actually get on top of things to be able to get to where you're trying to go. Just gotta figure out. Okay. I'm wondering if you have to climb up on it when it's over here. Yeah, I bet you that's it. Yeah. That's what it is. It's so stupid. You have to, like, I think, jump on this and then come on. Oh, come on. Well, okay. So this is why the jumping in this game is horrible. It kind of is sticky. So yeah, if I could sprint, I could do this, but I don't have sprint. But once you're on top of there, then you jump to the lower, to that area just straight ahead. You climb up on that and you wait for that one to show up. You climb on that. Then you have to jump over to that one that goes up and down. But there's a gap between each one of them. So if you don't hit it right, you got to do it all over again. And again, this is why I said that I don't know if I can make this, because I think I have to be able to jump onto this thing. Could be wrong. I don't think there's a way to... I don't think there's a way to get onto this one without... No. I don't want to fight him again. Okay. I'm just curious to see if it's doable as a Sentinel, because I don't have the sprint. When you do sprint, then you can jump farther. That's like your, it's like a long jump. Just, I don't say I can jump up there. It's higher than this. So. Yeah. I don't think I'm losing any. I don't think I have any special abilities here that I could put on here. Mm-mm. Oh. God. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I have to figure out some way to get up on top of that, which I can't do. I can't reach it. I'd have to have sprint, which I don't have. Yeah. And I can't get on top of that from another... Wait a minute. No. No. I know how to do this, though. It's like I said, I've done this on my Inquisitor, no problem. But you do have force sprint on your Inquisitor, or if, let's say, Sage, like a Jedi Sage, they have force sprint. And, yeah, there's no other way to do this. Like I said, you can... If I could jump up there, that'd be great. But yeah, once you're on top of this thing, then you wait until you can get higher on this thing, and then you get on that one that goes back and forth, which is higher, and then you have to jump this gap. So the best way that this works is when you're crossing, like almost like how it is now, like when you're directly over this one, and this one is at its lowest point, you want to jump across. You gotta kind of like wait right about, get rid of my UI so you can see it better. So it's starting to go up. If you were here on this edge, it would be a great time to jump now, and then make that way, and then get that datacron right there. But yeah, that's how you do that. I mean, I know how, I just don't have the ability. But I already have it. But I like doing the datacrons. They're nice little puzzle things, but the jumping in this game is not the best. Warcraft was so much better when it came to jumping. Okay, we need to go to our right. I went this way, just avoid conflict. Ran right into him.
Clearly you haven't heard of us.
But this is also like if you're playing with somebody else, I mean, let's just say you have a bounty hunter and you can like do a boost. I think you can do a boost when you jump. That would allow you to clear that, get on top of that, and then you could grapple your friend over. I mean, it's just, that's why I said, like, this is not one of those games you have to play with a friend, but sometimes you run into these situations like, oh, I couldn't have done that without somebody here.
That's far enough, Jedi. The pirate Valon is ours. And so is that armor he borrowed.
I heard that Valon took the armor from under the Empire's nose.
It was a loan.
The armor made him the perfect weapon to attack the Republic and your little coalition. Unfortunately, Valon's becoming a nuisance. He needs to be put down. We're taking that armor back if we have to rip it off Valon's body. You're not in any position to stop us.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. Let's settle this. must be a weakness. That's quite...
They're stubborn, Valen, but when the flagship is ready, the rest of the White Maw will follow. Who's that?
Someone who can't take a hint. I was hoping you'd be here for this. See? Some in the White Maw see that I'm the future. When this ship is raised, I'll have a whole planet of followers.
You're no pirate lord. You're just a thief with a set of healing armor.
Who wiped out dozens of your soldiers. The White Maw is mine, along with this ship. When she takes to the sky, the Outer Rim's gonna tremble before... What the...
That, Captain, is our signal that Lieutenant Arezzo has disabled the flagship's engines and killed your men. But please, keep boasting.
Nice, Valen.
No, you can't do this. I'm untouchable. Even death can't take me.
This blind faith in your armor has poisoned your mind. It's not too late to save yourself.
You're the one who needs saving. You're finished, Jedi. It's gone. You broke...
That's music to my ears. Hello, Valan. I've been waiting for this since we buried Antilles.
Just hold on, Jedi. I got a deal for you. Hear me out.
You're hardly in a position to try anything. Speak.
Your Rift Alliance needs help, right? I got men, ships, equipment. I could attack the Empire's trade routes for you.
You had better be joking.
The armor's broken, but you'd get the pick of what I got left. You can have my oath right now.
You must answer for the men you killed.
And that means you finally get to enjoy some Republic hospitality, Valan. Thank you, Jedi, for everything. Meet us back at the Republic base. We'll get our guest where he belongs.
A little anticlimactic, but I don't hate it. Let's go this way. I was gonna say we've been to Alderaan, but this way. So that can't be the next planet. Is it? Have we been to Alderaan? Yeah, I think we have. Because that's where we had the Killix. You coming there? Okay. So let's get oh, we got to go over here to this outpost. Okay, so it's not the one I was thinking. Good thing I found that fast travel. I really kind of want to do these heroics to get our gear up because apparently we were lacking.
Charge! Tear him to shreds!
Yeah, maybe we'll finish off this, see what the next area holds for us, and then maybe we'll save that for the next stream. I really want to keep going though, but I do need to do some stuff around the house and get ready for a KOTOR stream because apparently you guys like watching that late at night. Which is fine with me because if I didn't have to work full time, I'd be a total night owl. It's just my nature.
Jedi, we've been waiting for you.
We wanted to thank you before we left. We owe you our lives, and I probably owe you my career.
It was worth it all to see Valan stuffed in a convict shuttle.
It
was an honor to work alongside you. Go well.
Oh, forgot, the LT got a call. He's gone up to your starship to make a report. He said he'd meet you there.
Whatever anyone says, you're one of us now, Jedi. Best of luck.
Okay, use your ship's intercom. So we're pretty much done. I don't know why we had to come all the way back here to... There's nobody here. You would think that we'd just go back to the original base because I don't even remember coming in this area for anything. Whatever. I guess if you're doing the story arc, you probably would be in here a few times, but okay. So I'm going to turn these off so they're not distracting. Abandon this one. Cash. All right, so let's go back to our ship. See what happens. also need to do some of my Dune stuff. You know how like some MMOs you have like dailies and stuff. Every couple weeks I have to pay my taxes and stuff and make sure my base has all of its energy. I need to do that. Pretty sure I'm only a week behind, but I don't want to be wrong.
Quite a story, Jedi. If we'd known the pirates had such technology. At least you were there to make the mission a success.
Nagula ji wamtahumpa mulira watawampa.
He was at my mercy. The Jedi Code required I spare him for judgment.
Hiuna liska chananga wachi kospa ini kontika.
We're forgetting someone. Good work, Lieutenant Iresso. We'll make sure the Republic rewards you before you're reassigned.
Actually, sir, as a reward, you could persuade my superiors to assign me here, if that's okay. It'd be an honor to serve with you. Plus, an extra blaster never goes amiss, right?
It's just a bit odd that we just acquired a Republic soldier. Now we get another Republic soldier. It just doesn't seem... I mean, it's consistent, I guess, lore-wise, but it's just, do we really need to? Whatever. I do like this guy, though. I don't like Zenith. Zenith is a bit of a hothead. But, I mean, if you're prone to that type of playstyle, Zenith's your guy.
There's most certainly a place for you here, Lieutenant.
Thanks. That's a...
Theron doesn't like it.
Warmer reception than I've
He's
had.
He's jealous.
Excellent. It's settled then. I'm sorry. Could you excuse us for a moment?
You mentioned someone on Hoth was sending the Empire information about you.
Have you discovered who it was?
I think it was someone on board. Since I found that monitoring device, I've been watching our communications. I spotted a message to the Empire in amongst other messages while the channels were busy, but I can't trace who sent it.
The monitoring device? The messages? Lord Kyrus's inside knowledge. Our traitor can work our communication system.
Perhaps someone has communications experience they haven't disclosed?
Alani can handle a dozen messages at once. Maybe it's her.
No. Alani sticks to her personal channel. Ty only got a call or two before he left. Duan never speaks to anyone.
Come to think of it, what does Blasis do with his free time?
He's always busy. The Aragorn bureaucracy sends him a lot of work. Through our communications array. Wait, when you were on Hoth, and someone leaked those messages, Blasis was sending reports everywhere. What if he alerted the Empire, then?
Even if Blasis isn't responsible, he could point us in the right direction.
Wait here. I'll see where he's got to.
No, it couldn't be Blasis. I just sent him on a mission. I meant to surprise you, Nadia. King Sethan and Queen Niska themselves are donating a regiment to the Republic.
What does Blasis have to do with this?
The royal family wanted to heal relations between the Rift Alliance and the Republic. They thought donating troops would help. They planned a ceremony on Waypoint Station 3 to present you with the soldiers. But you were needed on Hoth, so I sent Blasis as our envoy. He's with the King and Queen right now.
Tell the royals to stay with their soldiers until I arrive.
There's no answer. Jedi, what have I done?
I'll contact Ty. His droids could guard the royal family until we get there.
Hurry. Everyone on that station could be in danger.
Will do, Jedi. Let's go.
Yeah, and so that's how we acquired Nadia. Okay, I was like, we've already had this conversation about her and her skills and how she could be helped by me, so there you go. That's the tie-in. Hello, C2N2. Got nothing to say for once. All right, so Keezen has something to say. Nobody in here. And of course, Theron has something to say. Let's start with Keezen.
Does this mean your Shako Yagu is over?
Yanor Forina. Ram Oras Tajaba. Kur Unskana. Oreflex Rajo Raunor. Do Unskaka. Grel Jevskuna. Raktels. Worktraxrok. Delskika. Drak.
So he ate part of his molt. He tasted himself. Nice. Okay. Like, you could have not said that. He's in God. Jeez.
So the person you were nourishes the person you're becoming.
Motomosk. Tulaboras. Tajaba. Wadulambasas. Parfudotrak. Modraksk. Udakolua. Dosk. Tanga Rasjak. Shiverstorsk. Sonkelis.
Okay.
Morra. Ringhods. Ruk. Sark. Brakva. Krenok. Lurkikachos.
Did Lex say what sort of hunt this would be?
Navrasisi. Wodortikcha. Rangdelvendes. Tosha Blumchik Wagna. Shiverstorsk. Izademo. Yanor Forina.
This is a special opportunity. You should take full advantage of it.
Radosk Vrajais. Victoskus Zarsk. Parskubotrak. Workankisk.
Okay, so he wants to go to Alderaan, which is, I believe, where we have to go anyway. So, perfect. Theron, what you gotta say? SWTOR, Anakin, hey, how are you doing? Welcome on in.
The Van Drake generator is finally taking
Happy
shape.
Big Saturday.
We're a step closer
Yeah.
to victory at the symposium. Now we begin the most crucial stage, the generator's core. And another Luminatus Club member, Shorjan Chalice, has offered to help with that.
I may be finishing here soon, though. I don't really know. It kind of depends on what was, the next story was going to open up. But we just finished Hoth. Howdy, partner. I am in Texas, so I do say howdy quite a bit, actually, believe it or not. I haven't worn my cowboy hat, which I have just to my right here, since I did Red Dead streams. But it was so funny doing Red Dead, and something would happen and I would say something, and then sure enough our protagonist would say the same thing. So I was like, you know what, forget it. Amazing taste. Red Dead, oh yeah, of course, Red Dead. I have not streamed the Red Dead, the first one. It's available now on PC. Why I haven't, I couldn't tell you, but it needs to be played. Red Dead 2, though, is a masterpiece. So good. Every part of that game is so good. It is a bit long, but it just depends on if you want to, put that much into it. Yeah, gotta recommend Red Dead 1, 2. Yeah, you're literally Arthur Morgan. Yeah, I mean, he'd be in a thing and he'd cross the river, at the beginning, and the wheel would come off, and he said, "All hell." And I think I said, "Oh, God damn it." And I think he said something like that too. And and I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't keep this up like that. People are going to think because it was my first time playing it, people are going to think like I played this before. So immersion. Yeah, pre-played. Played it way back on PS3. Love that it's on PC now. Yeah, I know. And it plays really well on PC. But here's the problem, is that games that have launchers or devs that use launchers and their own launcher, please stop making those available on Steam if you're not going to let me launch from Steam. There's so many game companies that do that now. And Rockstar is the one that really messed it up for me, because there was a issue on their end, Rockstar's side, that had a Steam leak, and it said that I didn't have it. And I'm like, I have it right here. That's how I got it. It's got a Steam authentication code. It wouldn't let me do it. And then I tried to get into Rockstar, and it said that I had to use Steam to load it. Long story short, I had to end up buying it again from Red Dead and making a whole new account. And even the account that I made, it says, "Oh, your biographical stuff matches a previous, another different." I'm like, just let me make a new account. So nothing I could do would fix it, but I did finally create a new account with them. So it's not Steam connected at all now. It's like, guys, just please stop making this so difficult. You don't need a launcher for a launcher. And so, and Rockstar was the only one that I've had a problem like that. Like, obviously, BioWare was using Origin to begin with, and then now they're using the EA. I've never had a problem with those. Never. Santa Monica with the God of War and stuff, and the Sony stuff, never had a problem with them. Although I will say, sometimes when the games first come out on Sony games, there's always some kind of graphical issue because of the launcher. It's just like, it just doesn't want to like kick in. It's not like the gameplay graphical stuff. It's just something going on with that. And then it gets fixed later. But anyway.
That's very generous of him.
True. Plus he doesn't know his entry's doomed to fail against mine. Shorjan wants to trade some exotech for components I need, but I left my juicier exotech artifacts back at my store. You'll pardon me if I take a brief trip home to make the trade? We shan't be away for long.
Shan't. I think that's Alderaan as well. And I often bring it up in our podcast about Red Dead and Red Dead 2 because Com is he has just as much love for Red Dead as I do. When we had an episode about some of the biggest tragedies or something. I think that's what, I forget the exact subject of the podcast was. And mine was referencing the original Red Dead at the end. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody. And it's not what you think. It's not because somebody tragically dies at the end or something, which does happen, but it was a little bit more complex and deep than that. It's how you're passing on your issues to the next generation, and that next generation is not going to be capable of dealing with it because times are changing. Even Arthur says in his time that they were not equipped to deal with the next 20, 30 years based on their way of living. Yeah.
This Shorjan is a stranger. I should come with you.
A kind offer, but Shorjan seems harmless. If I can't defend myself in my own store, I have greater problems than being attacked.
Don't you worry, Jedi. No one hurts my Theron while I'm around.
Hopefully Shorjan will have all the components I need.
Ripley.
The Vandrake generator's core is crucial to this entire endeavor.
But yeah, you know, as a parent, you want to pass on the best possible chance for your
know the
for your
security
children.
systems at my store are still intact.
And everything you do in Red Dead is to make that happen, but that's
Charming
not what
fella,
will happen.
Wrote his thesis on planetary shielding mechanics.
So it's an implied tragedy, and it works really well. Yeah. Nice hologram, absolutely. Oh yeah, Holiday is amazing. Theron is nobody likes Theron when they first really meet him or get to know him, but for me, he is a slow burn. He is. I can appreciate Theron. I think he's coming from a good place. He doesn't mean to, like, he's always questioning the Jedi and like, look, just because that's the Jedi way doesn't mean that that's the best for this group that you're dealing with. And he's not wrong. You just have to get over his arrogance of saying it that way.
Was Shorjan willing to trade with you?
Indeed. In fact, we got to talking, and he brought an issue to my attention. Shorjan's components will certainly build the core of the Vandrake generator, but he claimed the stress of its operation will soon burn them out. My Vandrake generator will work, but it will work for a minute at most, before it is destroyed forever.
You should really reinstall SWTOR. You only finished one of the Sith stories. Which one did you finish? What is your favorite class? I still think just for me, the Inquisitor has been my main and easily my favorite class. I think I have more versatility and it makes more sense to me when I'm playing Inquisitor under the Madness tree. But I see. I think it was like the Emperor's Wrath. Oh, that's the Marauder, then Sith Warrior, basically. So yeah, and that's a great one. I said earlier, to me, and just in my very, very opinionated position, without having a lot of facts behind it and without trying to spoil it for anybody, I think that's the canonical run in SWTOR. is the Marauder, because you are the Emperor's wrath, and the Emperor comes as a recurring theme over and over, and I think you have an inside gauge of where everything is because of that position that you have. But for me, I would say if you do go back, try the Agent. I think the Agent is such a wonderful story. You don't expect it to be as good as it is, and you get, in my opinion, the best ship in the game. Yeah, the Agent ship is just beautiful. I mean, I'm good with the Sith one, the what's it called, the Enforcer. It's nice. I'm familiar with it. I know where everything is, but I couldn't say it's as nice as the Agent's ship. The Agent ship is very unique. But yeah, got to try it. It is from the very beginning. And see, the thing is that if you're kind of like, you're going to be dark side, just be dark side. That's fine. But you can actually have a kind of a moral compass when you're playing the Agent, kind of like the bounty hunter. But the bounty hunter is definitely a little bit leans to the dark side. The Agent truly has doesn't care. You know, you can go light side, you can go dark side. And it's not just the illusion of choice, but your companions react to you in that way too. So you're able to kind of really be immersed in that story. It's probably the best story in the classes. But yeah, don't skip out on the Agent. I always encourage people that. It's just like, if you don't know which one to play, and you just, it's like, yeah, I guess I could be a Jedi or whatever. You don't need to be pigeonholed like that. Trust me, the Agent is a quality run. And bounty hunters right there. A lot of people like the bounty hunter. If you're the kind that likes action, likes a lot of story-based action stuff, then that's a good one. But Agent has a lot of cerebral moments. You're able to kind of be nefarious and work behind the scenes, and then you kind of see the actions of those things, and you're like, ooh, I think I changed my mind. You can do that as an Agent. It's really good. Got to play them all? Yeah, I have that little flare on my badge that says I've done them all, but I think it's just called Legendary Character or something. I don't know.
Your generator's going to be a landmark discovery. Is there nothing we
Legendary.
can do?
The Vandrake generator is
I don't know
an
what they call it.
impossible machine, Jedi.
I'll look at it real quick.
To make an impossible machine work at all is a scientific marvel. A moment's operation should be enough to win the symposium. But after that... Forgive me, Jedi. I should double-check Shorjan's calculations. There may be something else I've overlooked.
Okay. Now let's see. My badge is... Ripley's kind of covered it a little bit, but it does say Legendary Player on it. This one's the level 55 and gives all the characteristics of it, my item rating and stuff, but this particular flare that I have on it is just because I've done all the stories for the game. I do have other characters that are much higher level and pretty much at end game, very, very end game. I just only have that for 3 or 4. The rest of them, all 8, I haven't done all 8. They're all Republic, because I don't know Republic very much. So me doing this run is almost like a blind run. I don't remember any of this stuff. I tend to run Sith. Nothing but Sith. So I know that really well. I've played Inquisitor probably 2 or 3 different times, because you do have different options. You can play as a tank, you can play as a DPS, and you can play as a healer. That's the beauty of Inquisitor. Same thing with the Sage. But yeah, it doesn't, the tank that you get for the Inquisitor is not a great tank, but it's definitely a good one if you're just playing with 3 or 4 friends that you're just doing instances and stuff. You can do it for that for sure. And that's great to have that versatility to say, hey, look, I'm an Inquisitor, but I'm also a tank. So you could heal if you absolutely had to. Not that you would be very good, but you could do it. And then you could also just straight up DPS, which is what most people do with Inquisitors. But Inquisitors, I think, are the best healers. Bounty Hunter can actually be a really good healer, but you need to focus on healing. And the thing is that because your armor's so good, you can just basically passively take that damage, unlike an Inquisitor or a squishy like an Agent. An Agent probably has the best healing burst, but I think Inquisitor is the great long-standing ops-based healer. But Bounty Hunter, I think if you're a healer as a Bounty Hunter, that's invaluable. But it's neat how this game gives you all those options. But yeah, good. But yeah, I think I may call it here, and then we'll do a our Alderaan run. Wait, I got more people to talk to. And then once I get done talking to them, I may fire up KOTOR later tonight, because my stats are saying people like watching KOTOR at night and SWTOR during the day. So
Secretary Varam came around, gave his support. One step closer to being opposition leader. System works. But there's another candidate back on Balmorra. Nayland Fiskin. He's trouble.
Knowing your foe is the first step.
He's a war veteran. Household name. Respectable. Fiskin struck already. Arrested my followers back home over an operation years ago. Says they set a bomb that killed Imperials and Balmorran soldiers. Those Balmorrans were traitors, selling ordnance to the Empire. Planned to destroy a village. My people saved lives.
Phil, when you're European, here's the funny part, is that when I was streaming much more frequently, like 2 years ago or something like that, the majority of my viewers were from New Zealand. I had so many New Zealand viewers. I didn't know where it came from. And I thought, well, maybe it's my time of day of streaming. It almost didn't matter. So that may be a contributing why my numbers are kind of skewed like that. I don't really know. Yeah, New Zealand, I couldn't tell you. I even asked like some of my viewers, I'm like, did you just kind of stumble on me? No, it's just kind of neat. You know, you're covering a game that I like. I could never identify the reason why Twitch and YouTube would try to zone me to New Zealand. I don't know. But I had so many good viewers that had a lot of banter with, and one named Spicer has redeemed a few of my sound alerts. Let's see. I don't remember if I called it Spicer 1. Let's see. Maybe it's just Spicer.
You.
Yeah, that was when I one-shot this guy in Baldur's Gate 1. He was supposed to be like this elite, and then I got a critical on him, and it just, that's how, when I say arrows are bad in Baldur's Gate 1, it's like a real arrow in real life, you know, can be bad. Baldur's Gate 1 is no joke. You get one good arrow, one shot, sometimes you can take out somebody. And I just like, I walked into the tent, I was like, phew. He was dead. Mm-hmm.
Your followers should have stopped those traitors peacefully. They were Balmorrans too.
Collaborators die. Greystar authorized the bombing. He kept detailed
Again,
journals.
Greystar.
The evidence I need. All Greystar's journals were destroyed on Balmorra. Darth Lacris orders. Must be copies elsewhere, though.
Proving your followers innocent is a worthy cause. If you need anything, just ask.
Appreciate it. Let me try first. No one's clean. Journals might have dirt on Nayland Fiskin, too. Fastest way to neutralize him.
If you do that, you're still just a terrorist, using the same tactics as before.
My tactics work. I'll keep you apprised.
Yeah, Xena's had issues. I do like it when my companions go handle their own stuff on their own. Like, you have the conversation, you can kind of, you know, gain influence with them or not, but they'll go to Balmorra on their own. I don't want to go back to Balmorra, so I do like it when they handle it themselves.
Might have evidence to clear the charges against my men. I found Greystar's journals. A group of Balmorran resistance fighters were on a mission to Nar Shaddaa. Never left. They have copies of the journals.
Balmorra's free, or close to it. Shouldn't they have come home by now?
These men lost contact with us. Happens sometimes. They don't know Greystar's gone, or anything else. Their leader is Kalen Jays, one of my trainees once. I should go to Nar Shaddaa, tell him the news myself.
I'm sure he'll be glad to see you, despite the circumstances.
Plus, I can pick up the journals. Efficient. Won't be gone long. Pick up a shuttle to Nar Shaddaa, meet Jays, bring the journals back. Simple. Don't get shot while I'm away.
Okay, bye.
Back. Met Kalen Jays. Journals are safe.
Must have been good to see your friend again.
Not so good. Jays didn't want to give me the journals.
Exactly. That was
Said
quick.
Greystar left standing orders. If he was killed or captured, the journals should be destroyed. And Greystar told Jays not to give the journals to me. Ever. For any reason.
So I think because this conversation comes later, I mean, it's always possible that when you were playing this game when it first came out, you were struggling to get those levels. And this is all locked behind level pursuit. So if you have this conversation when you're not really at a good level, they didn't want him leaving, and then you come back and then, like, say you need him or something. So they probably just packaged it together. But I would have preferred he's gone for the next mission or something, and then he comes back and tells you about it.
I hope Jay's had an explanation for these orders.
No. Says he didn't ask. Started reading on the way back. Greystar had plenty to say. He wrote in shorthand, tough to decipher. But there's enough evidence to release my men. Nayland Fiskin's charges fell apart. Need to go on the attack now, before Fiskin's campaign recovers.
Yeah, and then an agent, unlike some of the other classes, the companions kind of make sense. Like, this one's a little weird with the two Republic soldiers already on the team, and we have Kizan, who's a Trandoshan, who's normally a bounty hunter, and he's kind of a good guy. It's kind of weird, but Agent has some very interesting companions. I really, really like the companions in as an agent. I still prefer Inquisitor better. I love all those companions, but Agent has some really interesting ones. They really test your, like, where do you sit on the needle of the morality scale. I love your stream sometimes. Your tips and ideas. Okay. All right. Yeah, just send the request. I have my Discord up on the bio, and it just rolls up every once in a while too.
You mentioned Nayland Fiskin is also making a bid to be opposition leader.
Yes. But he'll fail. Journals have some intel on Fiskin, too. Hence, he took a bribe from an Imperial prisoner. Revealing it would hit him hard.
Every time he keeps saying Fiskin, I think of, like, Fizzgig for the little mouth pet that in Dark Crystal, the one that's real loud. It's Fizzgig.
You may not have all the facts. Speak to Fiskin before you reveal it.
Don't want to be caught off guard again. No idea why Greystar didn't want me reading his journals. They're strange. So much history. Talks about people I knew. Like they're still... Back to work.
Okay. Well, if you love Greystar so much, why don't you marry him? Zenith is so weird. I could have done without him as a companion. But, he's around. Where is our new guy? Areso.
Every time I see you return from a mission, I thank the Maker I wasn't designed for combat.
Yeah. Is he in here? New? Oh, I don't think I'm missing any rooms. I would expect Resso to be in the cockpit, but we'll see. Let's see. Nope, he's not in here. And I did not see him down below. So, not in here with Theron. He's not in here with Kizan, obviously. Not in here. So, I guess we just hang out. Well, anyway, like I said, so our next thing to do here is travel to the waypoint 3. This is like a little base station or something. And behind the scenes, before we get to our next stream, I'll try to do some of those heroics that I picked up on Hoth, just so that we can upgrade our gear, because apparently our gear was lagging behind quite a bit. I thought it was good for the next couple planets, but that one encounter with the champion said, no, you're not ready for this. And all it took was one upgrade, and I was good. It gave me like an implant, an earpiece, better lightsaber, and some pants, and all that all together just helped quite a bit. So if I do a few more heroics, we might just get a whole set. So anyway, I appreciate you guys, and we will check you guys later. I'll probably be back on later for KOTOR, but I do have to do some laundry. I gotta, eat, do some things. It's 5 o'clock my time right now, and I appreciate all you guys. The VODs on YouTube, I always take out for breaks and things like that, so it's a little bit more condensed. Check it out there. Subs are always free on YouTube, and we have the podcast channel. Any episodes that come out that might be something you might be wanting to watch, check them out, give them a like, comment, even if you say this is the worst podcast I've ever seen in my life. That helps. That is engagement, which YouTube loves. So I will check you guys later. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.